I want to talk about comma splices and independent clauses, and to do so in a way that maybe will help students understand how to avoid these errors and how to think about independent clauses and punctuation. So let's start with this sentence here, or this thing here. I work, I need money. Now, we would call this a fused sentence. That is, it's got an independent clause here, and an independent clause, that's something that could stand alone as a sentence. I work. That could stand alone as a sentence. There could be a period there. So this is an independent clause. And I need money. Well, that's another thing that could stand alone as a sentence. There is a period after it. But when you have these two things running together and absolutely nothing between them, independent clause, and nothing between them, we would call that a fused sentence. That is, there has to be some boundary. This boundary between independent clauses needs to be marked in some way. Now, if you marked it by putting a comma there, now this would be called a comma splice. That is the appearance of a comma between two independent clauses that aren't joined by a coordinating conjunction. And this is an error. So this is the comma splice. I work, I need money. We have an independent clause here, an independent clause here, a comma in the middle, but no coordinating conjunction. The comma is too weak to join independent clauses without a coordinating conjunction. So now let's put a coordinating conjunction here. Now this sentence is correct. I work, for I need money. For being a coordinating conjunction. Now, where students might get mixed up, or anybody might get mixed up, is thinking about this definition of a comma splice, this error that you want to avoid, namely the use of a comma between independent clauses not joined by a coordinating conjunction. Or another thing you want to avoid is the fused sentence. That is, when you have two independent clauses and nothing between them. Well, let's contrast this sentence to this sentence. I work because I need money, and I work for I need money. Now, these sentences mean the same thing. And somebody might look at this one up here, and this is correct, by the way, to have no punctuation here at all. And so you might look at this and say, well, down here, that counts, these three words, I need money, count as an independent clause. And you might look at these things, I need money, and say, well, there it is. There are those same three words. I need money, and here is the same independent clause looking thing here. I work, that's an independent clause down here, and I work. So you think, well, here's an independent clause, here's an independent clause. There is something between them, but it's not a coordinating conjunction. So what can I do here? I mean, why is this correct and this not correct? Well, the answer is, I'll tell you the answer first, and it may make no sense, but this isn't an independent clause. In fact, there's no name for what this is. These three words down here, I need money, they are an independent clause. These three words up here aren't anything. They are joined to this word because in a way that for is not joined to I need money. This thing down here, really, I mean, I'll put boxes around it. There are two independent clauses, and the coordinating conjunction is standing in a way outside of both of them. It's coming between them. It's balancing both of them. But the same isn't true with this because. This because is part of the unit that includes I need money. And the way you can tell that is that you can do something with this thing. And what this thing is a subordinate clause. Because I need money. It is a unit that cannot be broken down, the way for is not really part of the unit that includes I need money. This is independent. But the thing that you can do is you could move this clause here, this subordinate clause, not an independent clause, you could move it to the front of the sentence. You would need to put a comma, and then you would get, because I need money, I work. And that's a good English sentence. And that tells you, among other things, or that demonstrates to you, that this is a subordinate clause. But if you try to do that with these words here, for I need money, you would get, for I need money, I work, which is utterly nonsensical. And that shows you that these words, for I need money, function quite differently from these words, because I need money. And that would also help clarify why for counts as a coordinating conjunction and why because isn't a coordinating conjunction. In fact, we call it a subordinating conjunction. And so by looking at these two sentences, you can see that it's not just somebody in a room who decided that because doesn't count as a coordinating conjunction, and so and for does. It's actually built into the grammar. Because I need money is a very different kind of a thing grammatically from for I need money.